Justin, it's been a minute since we came in here and recorded a little bit with the 50-50 Ball podcast, but I'm back now. I had a crazy football season. And got my guy here with me today, right? Like, I want to get back at it. Start putting content out again. And I had the perfect person. I said I wanted to sit down with, chop it up with somebody that I think, I told them this a minute ago, I think is the best high school athlete in the state. So I don't know if you tried your hand at baseball, but you probably be good at it. But I'm up in the thing today with my guy, Tamarcus Cooley, T-Mac. What else you go by? Any other names? Is that? All right. What's up with you, sir?
Man, chilling.
Tamarcus Cooley, you're a junior this year at Knightdale High School. Killing the game, right? Like I was gonna say position on the football field, but like really just an athlete. Like anywhere you need, like punt, kick return,
anything.
Like outside linebacker, cornerback, wide receiver, running back, quarterback, right? Like literally anything other than O-line, D-line, which you might do. Yeah, you might play the DN too. Like we don't even know. But you kill it at everything you do, bro. Like I guess to kind of get into it, introduce yourself to the people, let them know kind of how you ended up who you are today with athletics.
Always looked up to my brother. My mom pushed us a lot. She didn't really play a lot of sports. She made us practice and stuff. My brother, I always been a big fan of him. So
yeah, and shout out your brother, right? Like I coach on the staff with your brother too. Like Big Cooley is at Louisville right now. Like I be seeing, it's crazy seeing him on TV on ESPN.
Weird, right?
Yeah, right. Like I know this kid. Like I've seen this kid, like grow up. Like his sophomore year, I think he came to Knightdale.
Yeah, freshman year. Yeah, like the end of his freshman year.
Yeah. That spring he was there. Yeah, and like to see him now. I will say, like, knowing Big Cooley, like your brother, big kid, but like on TV he looks small compared to some of them.
Cause all of them big, right?
Yeah,
so weird. It's weird. Just a whole bunch of, it's a lot of big people.
Yeah. But I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
That's where I was at.
You looking up to your brother?
Yeah, looking up to my brother. I'm his number one fan. I ain't gonna tell him that. Though.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Can't tell that man I'm his number one fan. But that's about it.
When you fall in love with football, my guy? Like
football. So I was a big fan of basketball in middle school. Stayed in a lot of trouble. So my 9th grade year, I ain't really like football too much. I was a basketball player. I fell in love with football in my 9th grade year. When I found out I was good at it. I went with it, stayed with it. I tried to stay away from trouble. I'm here.
So your 9th grade year was the first time you really got into football?
Yeah. Well, I played my 7th grade year, but it was middle school.
That's crazy. Like, and as long as I've 3 years now I've known you, like I didn't know that your 9th grade year. Because I remember, because I had to step away this season. I didn't end up not coaching.
To work.
Yeah. But I remember like when I was still out there, you came up and you was like, oh, let me try playing quarterback. You just like was BSing through it, and I was like, come on, man, like at least act like you care. You know what I mean?
I couldn't play my 8th grade year. I stayed in trouble.
Yeah.
I love getting in trouble, but now I gotta.
What you mean you love getting in trouble?
Like I wouldn't be in class. Just throw pencils in class, stuff like that. It's dead now.
You can't do that now because the game takes over. So I know you play basketball too. Is football your favorite of the two? Was that your first love or like?
First love. I like football more. I'm better at football. It's more easier.
Yeah. So I'm glad you said that. Right. Like, how do you make football look so easy?
57 yards. Fast tracking.
There you go. seems like you're playing like everybody else is in slow motion compared to you playing.
Film. I watch film a lot.
Yeah.
I watch film a lot, make everything look easy. Once you watch film a lot, like, come natural. And going over plays, like practice, that helps a lot. So, like, I'll be slow at practice, but Fridays,
Yeah.
I turn it on. It's different on Fridays.
I think that we have like several players like that to where like during the week it's like, hey man, are you just going through the motions or whatever, but then you flip that switch on Friday night and gamers, right? Like,
yeah, because on weekdays, man, I be like on Monday, Thursdays, I be trying to see what's going on. Like, I get to the flats, but I won't really get to the flats. Like, I let the dude catch the ball, but in game, I really get to the flats.
Yeah.
I really run my route. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's one of those things. Like, let me ask you this: since you talk about getting to the flats and running routes, which side of the ball do you like to play more?
I don't need a point. I really don't know.
I'm on, like when I drop this episode, I'm going to put a like video clips of your highlights out, just to show that like when I say you do everything, you legitimately do.
Shut it down, right?
Bro, like it was not shocking to me, right? Like I knew you were a great athlete, but whenever you came, I think it was this summer, we were at like Southeast or something, and you were like, you threw like a hitch and you threw it like in the dirt or something like that, and I was like, come on, man. Like,
I remember that.
You better than that. Like, all right. And the cool thing about it is you always like, all right, coach, like run a 9 route, like call it go or something. I was like, all right, cool, I got you. And we called it, and when I tell you like, you dropped the ball right where it needed to be.
I remember that.
And like you be doing it like
cold.
to the
right side.
Yeah, you be doing it like cold. Like you'll step off the sideline and be like, all right, like we're running out. Or anytime that this summer, we would say like, hey, what do you want to run? Like, cause 7-on-7, like a lot of times you run the way it went this summer for us, we was running the score on people, and we were like, all right, like what do you guys want to run? And I feel like you always say hitch and go. Like that's the first thing you want to run to anytime.
I can throw.
So that's dope. But I kind of want to get into it a little bit deeper, man. Like freshman year, still blows my mind. That was your first time really playing football. You kind of excelled there. Automatically moved up to varsity. Sophomore year, played corner most of the year, right? Because that was the spring.
Straight DB into like one game.
Like corn holders at the end of the year, and you had like 4 catches and 3 touchdowns for like 175. Something like that. Something crazy.
It's crazy.
It was crazy stats, right? Video game numbers. And then this year, right? Like moved on defense. Started out playing corner, now playing outside linebacker. Then playing like honestly backup quarterback. But also playing like wide receiver and lined up in the backfield a couple of times. Like, I imagine that's having to remember, like you said, you watch film and you know where you need to be and you study and all of that. But like having to remember both sides of the ball and play.
It's hard. It's hard.
Like that.
It's hard. That's why when I come in on offense, like I was like what I run.
What I got, yeah.
And I'm so focused on defense. Like I need to have defense more than offense. But when offense need to play, I can play offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Easy because it's like. Anytime a play needs to be made, like, all right, where's Cooley at? And I know that even like with me doing the special teams this year, I was like, hey man, like I need Cooley out here, but also I think it was that Northern Durham game where like, man, Cooley is like tired. Like we gotta find somebody else to kick the ball because like Cooley's doing everything.
I remember.
But what's up, man? Like we're like cut this part out, but away from football, like what is Tamarcus Cooley like to do?
Away from football, I like to hoop, of course. I like to play basketball.
Try to hoop, but
Try to.
Yeah.
Like to spend time with my siblings, spend time with my mama. Play the game for like 30 minutes. Of course, be on my phone, TikTok.
Are you I ain't even gonna put it out there, but I'll say this: you showed us one day a celebration you wanted to do when you scored a touchdown, and I was like, nah.
Which one? Oh, we was at Kimber?
Yeah. No, not at Pembroke. This was like recent.
You remember we was at Kimber?
I wasn't there for Pembroke. Yeah, I had something I couldn't make it there. But no, I'm talking about you and Luke was talking about like.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, bro,
That was
like
great.
that ain't it.
Yeah, that was great.
So let me ask you, how do you use social media? Because I talked to like Spellman, right? Like I interviewed Spellman before for an episode, and I think Spellman is like the king of using social media to get he was putting his work in, and I think that's kind of how his offer started to come down. Granted, he was like balling, but like the social media aspect of it, he like killed the game. So how do you use social media if you do at all? In terms of
I barely use social media. I get on Twitter, post on Twitter, but other than that, I let coaches come to me. You know? I mean, if they interested in me, I feel like they should come to me. You know, I should have to beg them. Take back or something.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So let me ask you this. So like, what's your ideal like landing spot in terms of like school for the next level? Like, what do you look for? And I know I asked you this before, but like what do you look for in terms of where you want to end up? Playing at the next level.
What did I tell you?
You gave me the PC answer and said, you're looking for like family and this and that. Like, which I don't doubt that like that does make a difference, right? You want to be somewhere like, you want to feel like home. But also like, what do you like in terms of where do you see yourself? One, position do you see yourself playing at the next level? Two, what type of offense, like offense or defense, do you want to be in?
Defense wise, I think I'll be a good safety. I'm fast enough to get over top. A good corner. I feel like I can lock anybody down. Offense, slot, quick, and miss.
So in like a kind of like a spread offense. Like,
spread.
I guess like a lot of people run the spread nowadays. So, which is always difficult, right? Like we were talking. Me and one of my homeboys were talking about like you looking like a Wake Forest, and like teams that run like wing T.
Yeah,
it's like it's really hard to like defend that, but also if you have athletes, they don't really get showcased in that offense. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. You probably don't remember this, but like Megatron, like Calvin Johnson went to Georgia Tech where they ran the wing T. Like Megatron was one of the best receivers that ever played in the NFL, but like at Georgia Tech, he was kind of just out there like blocking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy thing when you think about people who end up in the league and like showcase their talent, but may not have landed in the best position like in college. How much do you think about that? Like I guess kind of seeing your brother went through the recruitment process. Y'all are close. Like you kind of saw how schools were coming to him. How much of that? Like I guess I don't want to say a fear because I don't think you should fear anything, right? Like you kind of have your reservations about it. But do you ever think about like, what if I make a decision I land in the wrong spot, right? Like if I go somewhere, because it seems like a good spot, then I get there and it's like, no, this ain't it.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's something you don't think about, then that's you never think about that. Like
I feel like wherever I end up,
you gonna make it happen.
Yeah, you feel me?
You gonna make it happen.
I'm gonna be cool with everybody.
Yeah,
want to be on nobody's
because I think that you like. I was telling you this before, but like personality wise, I think that like you have a personality where everybody gets along with you. You get along with people, and like it's nothing. I don't know if you have any beef with people, but I can't see you having beef with nobody, right? Like, yeah, I just see like you always got a smile, like laughing and joking and stuff. But like I was never as talented as you to play like college ball, but I always think about like if I went through the recruitment process, like what would have factored in for me, right? Like I wouldn't really want to go up north to play like Big Ten football, like when it gets cold, like Michigan and stuff. Nah, bro, I'm good on that, bro. Like I feel like I would be neutralized in cold weather.
I don't think you'd cover on that.
Even like when I sit here and I look at like NFL, like free agency and things like that, I tell people all the time like certain people shouldn't go to like places where it's cold. Cam Newton,
I agree.
Shouts out to him. Like we just heard he's coming back to the Panthers, but like him going to New England, I thought was a bad thing from the start because even if you make it to the playoffs, it gets cold. And Cam has never played in his career anywhere that wasn't kind of warm all year round. Yeah. Because the kids from Georgia played high school ball there, went to Florida, played junior college ball in Florida. Like Florida stays high, like 365. Then you come to Carolina, it was at like normal temperature. You can't go you can't go to New England and like expect to like ball out when it's 12 degrees outside, you know?
You used to it, body ain't used to it.
Yeah, right. Like you get out there and you just like lock up. Like we've been talking about this all week. We went to South Central a couple years ago.
3 years ago, I said 4 years ago?
4 years ago. That was right before you got
My
there.
April year.
Yeah, like we went to South Central, boy, it was freezing out there, bro. Like
Jack Brick was cold too though. Oh, you were there.
I wasn't there for that one. But I know I imagine it probably was cold, but I bet it wasn't as cold as like South Central was cold.
Like right now it's hot.
Yeah, like and that's the thing, right? Like
it's hot compared to what it was 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing is, and as much as I love the game of football, this is what I hate about football. Is like the time of the year, like you start in August where it's like the dead of summer, it's like hot into the year. And then by the time you get to playoff time when it really matters, it's like freezing cold outside. Like it's like 70 degrees here today.
Like right now, like it's been like that for 2 days now.
Yeah.
It might be
tomorrow it's gonna be like 30.
Yeah, well, it's like 30.
Yeah. So you never know. I guess it's like just a benefit of being in North Carolina. I guess how it plays out. So what goes through your mind like pregame? Like what kind of music gets you going? Like what motivates you? Like
man, I listen to Rod Wave.
Bro,
I don't know, is it? But what get me through the game, I look up, like you'll see me standing alone, just looking at the sky and think about my grandma and what would she want from me, and I think about my siblings a lot, my mom, like I gotta get us out of our situations, make it better for my little brother so he won't have to worry about that, my little sister, whatever they want, I know I'm gonna get it. My mom and she gonna be good for, like, I look at it like that every Friday, like I just think about them, like them 4 people. And my brother, he gonna be good for sure. My older brother gonna be good. So I pray for him too on Fridays. Pray for everyone on Friday. Even opposite teams and fans.
And I will say this, like, bro, like you travel well, right? Like you always got some people in the stands that's like riding for you, like happy, you know what I mean?
Even if I don't know, it's like somebody always
somebody always yelling out too.
Yeah.
I like, hey, what was it? Like 2 weeks ago, was that Wakefield? Who was that always yelling? They was
it was my cousin Tony. He was like, throw it up, I got it.
Yeah. And like, hey, I love it, man. That atmosphere makes everything that much better. And then especially when you backing it up, because you can't be that. You can't be that person that, like, cause you had what, 6?
Yeah, 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns. What, 2 rushing, 3 receiving? No, in a special team too. Yeah, like
first play of the game, balling out like crib.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you and Ray John said you was like, all right, I'll catch you on the other end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like some movie type stuff. If I was mic'd up, then it would have been amazing. Yeah,
that's the other thing. You brought the sauce to the Roseville game with the mic'd up. It didn't come out the way we wanted it to, but like the swag on the field, bro. Like some people got the skill, but don't got the sauce with it. Yeah, like I think you got like the sauce and the skill with it. But let's run back a second to this Rod Wave point, bro. Like everybody talks about Rod Wave. I don't get it. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, and that's no disrespect to Rod Wave, but like I don't understand.
A lot of people think Rod Wave is like he get people in their feelings. Like a lot of people in their feelings.
That's what I think.
I really listen to it. Like I try to cross the feelings part out and like really listen to what he's saying. Mm-hmm. Like listen to him, what he been through, what he going through. That's what I listen to, and it motivates me. Like he's good motivation. Like I listen to him a lot. That's probably the only person I listen to.
Who else?
Lil Baby. I don't like Young Boy like that.
Why is Young Boy seems to be catching a lot of like people just not rocking with him.
You talking about killing too much.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And Buddy still.
It's like young people, and they really listen to that.
It's that's tough for me, right? Like, cause I think like especially like within the dynamic of our team, right? Like, I think that without Crosby being there, shout out to Crosby, like he called me a minute ago, but like without Crosby being there, I think I'm the youngest on staff. Yeah. Right? So like a lot of the things that y'all listen to, like I still listen to that, right? But I also am at a point in my life where I kind of like differentiate differentiate some of the stuff. Like when I was in high school, yeah, like bro, we used to listen to like trying to think like 3-6 Mafia, like was big band, like all this stuff like that. So like the content of the music hasn't really changed.
Yeah, but and it's like now kids in the 6th grade shooting each other.
Yeah, bro, it's mad. It's so wild.
It's
so wild to me, right? Like, and that's what I was trying to get to is like the content hasn't changed, but it just seems like it's so much more dangerous out here.
Crazy. 6th graders, 7th, 8th graders, that's crazy to me.
And it's like kids are ruining their lives over 9 times out of 10 over something petty, right? Like, why are we doing this? So we see like now you make me feel bad for like taking shots at Rod Wave because when you put it like that, like young boy is talking about killing it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. That's really how I look at it.
And the thing is, he's talking to. He has the ear of like a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like young boy.
Kids don't even listen to him. They listen to like the shooting part. For example, they listen to the street young boy. They don't try to listen to the old young boy when he talk about his struggle and stuff.
Yeah, that's like
how to make it out. You feel me?
That's like today, and I feel like I'm contributing to the delinquency, you know.
Yeah.
But today we were in the weight room. I don't know if you was in there. You might have been in the gym shooting basketball. But I took over the music because Timmons had our coach had the slow jams going on, or like the old school, like
that's your head coach, man.
The inception of hip hop music going on. But I put that Who Won't Smoke on, and like everybody went amp for that, right? Like when you really think about it, like
it gets you hyped.
It do.
But when you really listen to it, it's bad music.
I think there's something to be said for like separating the art from the like reality, right? But a lot of times, like you said, those 6th graders can't differentiate the two. You know what I'm saying? If rappers is out here saying that they doing X, Y, Z, then like the people that look up to them and maybe aren't aware enough to say, oh, this is just entertainment, they can go carry out the same thing. We talk about like young boy.
Rock is like Drake. I'm like Drake. You like Drake?
I do like Drake. You don't like Drake?
No, bro.
Why not? Tell me more. Like, why don't you like Drake?
I don't know. I just don't like how he vibe.
So this is the thing.
I honestly, I can't say that I don't like him because I ain't really never sat down and listened to an album or a whole song. So I really can't say that I like him. But like that song when Odell Beckham was in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like that. Probably that's why I don't like Odell Beckham to this day.
Why?
Because he let Drake run that like trash post. That video, you saw the video? That post was awful. That was awful, bro.
He had the Odell cleats on there. Did he?
That's why he ran it like that. Yeah. Nah, bro. Like, so this is my thing with Drake is if you actually listen to like I'm kind of over singing Drake, but if you sit down and listen to like Drake rap, like Drake can rap.
I ain't really never listened to him. I gotta listen to him before I
listen.
I don't like him, you know?
Listen to Drake like actually rap, and he'll tell you like he actually spit some bars like 100%. That's right.
Quiet.
Yeah. You got a tiptoe, brother.
Oh, man, I didn't want that. I didn't want it to hit the mic, bro.
You good. But like Drake can rap. Do you listen to like Cole or anybody?
No, that dude trash.
His
music bad.
All right, we done.
His music bad.
Come on, man.
Put us on right now. Put us. Oh, your phone over there.
Yeah, like Cole got bars, bro. Like, don't do that. Cole's not trash.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
Kendrick,
trash.
Yo.
Next.
Yo, are you serious, bro?
I mean, all them.
Moneybag.
Sometimes. Depends what the song is.
I can't believe you said.
J. Cole and trash. Trash.
Alright. We probably should have cut this short, bro. Like, you was my guy, but you out here.
Nah, hold up.
You out here with this blasphemy.
Kanye do got a song, he's like, that joint bad, bro.
Oh, the joint to be all over TikTok?
That's horrible.
The joint to be all over TikTok?
Like, Kanye made a mix. It was a mix in me.
Shout out to him, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's bad.
I was on Khan's head during like the season, bro. Like he probably hated me, but that's my guy. Okay? Yeah. Shout out Khan. So Rod Wade play for your family, which is dope, man. Like, ideally, let me ask you this: ideally, how would it all work out for you? Like, you and your brother. Let's say both of y'all, like, you get it, perfect situation. What would that look like?
Like go to the league type of
yeah, like
go to the league. First, of course, I would go back. I want to take care of the homeless. Like I want to help the homeless.
Yeah.
Start a family business because I don't want people asking me for nothing. You know, I want you to work for it. So I would
Yeah.
start my own business.
Respectable.
You know, you go work, you can work for me, but I'll give you something you need it. But I would prefer you work.
Don't depend on
You
it.
know?
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have to always every week ask me for $1,000 if I got it.
Yeah. We still have $1,000 to be a drop in the bucket, but I get what you're saying.
But the goal is for me and my brother is to go to the league and be able to take care of our family, be able to take care of our coaches and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah. I told you, hey man, all I ever ask is for some money.
Tickets.
Man. All you gotta do, like,
You
when you playing in, like, I don't know, like Alabama or something, just give me some tickets, bro. Like, let me come in the locker room pregame, then I'll go to my seat and be completely happy with a Cooley number 2 jersey on, you know. That's what's up though, bro. Trying to think, is there anything else we want to hit on, man? Like, wanted the people to get to know you, chop it up a little bit.
Dream school.
What is your dream school?
Got a couple now.
I feel like you told me this before.
Ohio State.
Ohio State was the one I was about
Ohio
to say.
State. I'm gonna name my top 5. Ohio State. I'm starting to like NC State. I want to go to NC State.
Yeah.
Duke. I put Duke in there. Miami. And last school. Let's see. Receiver school. DB school. I said Miami.
You said Miami.
Miami.
If you want to talk about Florida?
Miami and Florida.
Okay, let me ask you this. What about each of them makes you want to go there? Like Ohio State, what was that made you? Because that was like.
Well, Ohio State, I would go there as a DB. DBU, you know, a lot of people that play DB went to the league from there. NC State, right down the street. My family's been coming on game every Saturday.
And that would, like, I would think that would give you an opportunity to play with, like, I always wonder how it is in a state locker room where they won kind of the recruiting battle in the area.
Yeah.
So you got like a Thayer Thomas, you got like
Drake,
like all of those like Lex would be there, like you would be there when Lex is there, like everybody, the backs like Bam, Trent Penix, what's the other buddy that played at Heritage?
I know you're talking about he number
I apologize. Yeah, like your name is escaping me right now, but like all of them played together and played against each other and grew up together. I wonder what it would be like in the locker room with people that you like know. You know what I mean? Like if all of y'all ended up at state, it basically became an extension.
Lex, Noah.
Yeah, like everybody ended up like at state together, and it became an extension of what.
Lex already there, so he already committed.
Exactly.
You know.
So that would be dope because it's almost like a dream come true. Like the only other level would be like if you play together in the NFL. Yeah. Which would be crazy if like
Lex and Noah were my dogs.
Yeah. How'd y'all meet?
Noah, I used to do bad at basketball.
Come on, man.
Going on the road. This how I met Noah. It was like I was like one of the top people on my team, of course. Noah was the top dude on his team. Everybody's like, you think you can guard Noah? I'm like, Noah. I look over, I see a dude like 6 foot, dunking, pinning people stuff out the backboard. I'm like, yeah, I'm better than him. The whole time Noah was nice, like dunking in it was like 6th grade. 6th, 5th grade. One of them. He dunking in 6th, 5th grade.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm better than him. Knowing I'm capping. He's 6 feet dunking. I'm like, oh my God. Lex, he played with Garner Road too.
I know Lex played basketball.
Yeah.
He like it.
Yeah, he played that. So he had hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like
he had hair.
yeah.
he should have kept it here.
The hair adds to it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it makes you look like Luke. I was looking at Luke the other day. I was like, Luke legit look like he'll end your career.
Nah, for real.
Gardner Rowe is like top AAU team in the area, right?
Probably not no more. But they probably are, but back then it was like that.
So let me ask you this: so did you play? You said you seriously played football like ninth grade, like basketball. How far back does basketball go?
I really started catching feelings with basketball because I told you I couldn't play my 8th grade year, middle school football. So the only thing I could play was AAU, and I wasn't even gonna play AAU, but my coach, Coach Cooley, he I promise you, I'm going to the streets. I was bad, but he told me to come play. I went to go try out. I tried to start dunking. I was getting hung.
Yeah.
Oh, net.
You got hung today in the gym. I ain't gonna like put you on blast, but go ahead.
What?
Hey, I saw it. Yeah, the first time. When I first walked in the gym.
Nah,
okay. All right.
I don't get hung anymore.
All right. So you started playing then. Did you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I started playing. I ain't really like basketball because I was just bad. I didn't want to do nothing but be in the street. But then once I started to groove with basketball, I'm like, oh yeah, this is my sport.
Yeah.
Then going to the 9th grade, I started playing football. I actually came late. You remember I came late?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was late. I definitely not know how to play. And then y'all tried to put me at slot. What's the slot?
Yeah. Running the pitch, man.
Yeah. And then Michael got moved up in the quarterback. I like quarterback. I don't like it anymore. Then yeah. Sophomore year is when I started liking it for real. Like that's when I fell in love. I started going off sophomore year.
You can write your own narrative with that, man. Like, I mean, 6 touchdowns in the game.
Yeah.
Would have had 3 the other day if you didn't let that small kid.
Chill.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Nah, that was crazy though. That play was crazy. That play was like crazy.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, the two dudes running to each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
The best thing. So we had the first round playoff game last week. The best thing about that was because like the thing is, you haven't had an opportunity to really return any punts all year, right? Nobody's punting to you. Like
but they be big when I get them now.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like people. What I think it was the first kick return of the year, like opening kick off of like this season when we played Panther Creek. Took back to the crib. Yeah. So like immediately teams started like kicking away from you, but then you got Ray John on the other side.
That's even worse.
Right. Like
I'm a block for him, boy.
Exactly, right. Like so they realized that they couldn't like dodge the smoke, so you're still getting kick returns, like or opportunities for kick returns, but punt returns were like few and far between. Like especially in high school, right? Like a lot of teams don't have punters, right? That's gonna get the ball there to where it's returnable.
Middle Creek got a good punter though.
They had a good punter, and like you saw what happened, right? The first punt you took back to the crib, and then it might have been, was it Middle Creek or was that Wakefield where you was dancing on, bro, like on the punt return where you like legit just like stopped for a second.
That was Middle Creek.
Yeah, like I was like,
I did it like 3 times.
Yeah, buddy was like, and
I love Ray John getting the ball. Kick return, I love Ray John getting the ball.
The funny
it's
thing,
like blocking for him.
Yeah, and the funny thing about Ray John, shout out Ray John, because like that's my guy. Like both of y'all, Ray John came in the year before you, but like that class, that was like the first time, because I was there I came on like midway through the season with Evan and them, and then Ray John and them was like the first time I was there like off season, calling plays for them on JV and everything. So like those are my guys for real. So shout out to Ray John. But like the funny thing about him when he returns kicks, it's like Ray John's so small, but he just like seemed like Buddy's like legs is It seemed like Buddy's legs is going 100 miles an hour.
And I think most of the time he even be jogging.
Like,
That's the thing. He still gets to like the other side of the 40.
Well, even the other night he outran Slade. Like Slade was trying to block for him, but Ray John just ran by him and then ended up getting tackled on like the 10. I was like, bro, if you would have just slowed down for a second, you would have had a touchdown. So this is the crazy thing, right? Like I meant to do this before we like even started recording, but I brought up your stats, right?
Yeah.
in 8 games playing offense, right? You have 29 receptions for 550 yards, and on those 29 receptions, you have 5 touchdowns.
Is that good?
Yes, it's good. Yes, sir. Like that is a very high percentage of like your touches to your touchdowns. Right? Like that's almost what 5 by 30. Reduce that 1/6, like almost 25% of the time you catch the ball as a touchdown. You know.
Yeah.
That's not even counting rushing. How many rushing touchdowns do you have?
It's hard for me to catch the ball now because I'm getting triple teamed. I got a linebacker, corner, and a safety over top. So
but you know, we talked about that. I don't know if you remember me. You had that conversation at the beginning of the year, right?
You said it was gonna be like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that because that's what happens when you're such a dynamic athlete. That like teams like, okay, let's take this person away and make everybody else beat it. It's like we see it at every level. We talk about your boy over at Roseville, right? Like he was killing, and now it's like, all right, let's triple team Nolan and make everybody else beat us. So it's a sign of respect. I know it's frustrating on the field because it's like I want to make plays, but it's a sign of respect.
And it's hard if Jerome and Yarbrough and Lil Jason making plays.
Yeah, shout out Jason. Jason be floating in his jersey though, bro. His jersey be so big, bro. Like I'll be like, come on, man. You gotta get in the weight room.
Some pads. I think some pads. The little pads that you
Yeah. Man, like everything, bro. Like you got 1,100 yards, all-purpose yards. It's crazy, bro. I mean, we can just wrap this thing up. Let me see where we at now. We're at 37 minutes. Yeah. So, yeah, I appreciate you, Tamarcus, T-Mac. I never called you T-Mac. Like,
yeah, you never said that one.
Nah, I always hear Mike always call you T-Mac. No,
Mike said Knee-Mac. That's what it is. It's really Knee-Mac.
Oh, yeah?
They got T-Mac. I guess they took the T from Tamarcus and put it in Knee-Mac.
See, you could have corrected me, man. Knee-Mac. Yeah, brother, I appreciate you coming through. After you was ducking me at the end of practice, I thought the boys about to slide out, bro. Nah, but I take that one because I knew you a man of your word, right? And I rock with you heavy. So the way we like to end these things, and this will be perfect because we're right on the 38-minute mark. But the way I like to end this thing is give you the last word. Anything you want to get off your chest or speak on. I end it with you, you know.
Like to younger people or like
to whoever you want to speak to, whatever you want to speak about. Like it don't have to be related to sports. It can be related to sports. Whatever you want to do, man. Like this is your platform. Like I told you, I want to see you on your career.
To you, let's see. If I can do it, you can do it. Because where I'm from, a lot of people don't do it, and I did it. Yeah. Just stay out of the way. Just keep your head on straight and stay away from negativity. That's about it.
That's it. Hey, perfect, bro. Like I'm not even gonna add anything to that. This has been the next episode of the 50/50 Ball Podcast. Catch this every Wednesday. I had a problem like uploading the last episode, but hey, we're gonna get this joint out. Catch this every other Wednesday on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, all of those spots, and YouTube videos will be going up to. I ain't gonna tell them how you was trying to get your hair right before the video.
Yeah.
Hey, but anyways, hey, I appreciate you. Hey, follow us on Instagram and on Twitter, the 50/50 Ball Podcast. And follow this young man, Tamarcus Cooley. Guaranteed you'll be seeing him play on Saturdays, and more than likely you'll be seeing him play on Sundays too, for real. So yeah, so I appreciate you guys listening. We out.
To take a bow, Mr. Cooley.